MA. That's in the formula.
And acceleration would be the force divided by the mass.
Yeah. You're right. So let's go to the next question.
Okay. And we're just doing the force along the x-axis.
Yes.
Because
Along
it's
the moving
whichever way
direction.
it's going. Okay.
Yes. And number 4. That's a similar question, and it's even more complicated because it involves an x and y axis. If the only force acting on it is so x will be 3, be -8, right? And then another force. No, let's do this. So these two forces are the only forces acting on this object. So the total will be 8, 5, right? And then on the x-axis will be 8. The y-axis will be -5. They're asking what's the magnitude of acceleration of the particle. There are two ways you can calculate the acceleration along x and along y and then put them together. Or first you can calculate the magnitude here of the force here.
So it'd be the square root of 8 square.
Okay?
And that would give us the answer.
That will give you the total force. And it is equal to MA. Let's
And then you
calculate.
take, so the total force to be 64, the total force to be 89.
Square 89. So it's gonna be 9 point something.
So it'll be 9 point
Let's say 5 around
divided by 2.
by 2. It's 4.7 something. So it's C.
Okay.
And then number 5. Oh, you want me to keep this?
No, I recorded it.
You record. Number 5 is another frictionless surface. Is angle 30. So you're pushing. And it's 25 Newton. And the question is asking you what's the magnitude of the resulting acceleration of the block. So what's the direction of the movement? It will move along the surface, right? go with the direction of the movement.
So the force is going that way. So that's the positive. So it's going along the x axis.
Yes. So
Right.
the force actually have two components. One is toward the surface.
Right. The
The
normal
vertical
force.
to the surface, and the other is here. So that's a force. Actually, there are two force. Then the gravity.
Right.
And actually, the gravity, if there's no force at all, the thing will slip
Mm-hmm.
to the bottom because of the gravity. So the gravity also have an x component and a y component, right? We don't need to worry about the y in all the frictionless surface problems because the support of the surface will cancel out everything here. So along the x, this force is equal to 25 times, because here is 30 degree because of this, okay? And it's cosine 30. And then the gravity also has a component on the x is sine 30 degree. Here is 30, and here is sine 30.
Because it's on an incline,
Yes.
that's why it would be the gravity sine of the angle, because they're on an incline.
Yes, but you need, most of the time you can draw. My experience, if you draw this, or if you draw it on the paper, you will see it. Here is a smaller angle, will be 30. No, and here if you want to solve on the x, the component on along the axis, it's going to be sine of this small angle, which is 30, right? And it's 1/2 2. So there's one force push the object going upward, and then the gravity pushing the object going down the surface. So the total force will be substitute by you solve, it will be divided those are the force is equal to MA, right? And if you solve this equation, A is equal to 2.3.
And it would be that divided by the mass.
Yes.
Top divided by the mass. Okay.
Again, I can't remember if when you solve it, if it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. So
Okay.
it will be 2.3.